Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about how to solve word problems associated with proportions. Don't be scared. You can do it if you follow this procedure. I like to do it with the table method. Basically, you set up a table that has two columns and a few rows, usually three. On the first row, you're going to label the columns with words from the problem, which are numbers attached to it. And I'll show you this in an example in a second. Then you write the numbers in the next row, which are attached to those words. Now, remember that if the two numbers show up within the same sentence, they probably belong in the same row. Then you will have a completed table. There's probably going to be one box missing. The line that doesn't have anything missing, you use that line to find a K, just like you would to try to complete a table that we talked about in the first video of this series. And then, once you have the K, you divide to go left and multiply to go right to figure out what the missing number is. Let's see this in action. So, 3 movies cost $36. How much would 17 movies cost? As I read the problem, I look for words associated with numbers. 3 movies. So I put movies in the first column. Cost $36. Dollars is a number next to it, so I put dollars on the second column. So now I have two numbers in the same sentence, 3 and 36. I put them in the same row, matching them to the words, 3 movies and $36. Then I have the 17 movies. I put that match to the movies, and then I have a blank. Clearly, I'm looking for how much it costs, and that makes sense. I use the line that I know to find a K. K is one column divided by the other. I usually do right divided by left, so 36 divided by 3, which gives me $12 per movie. Once I know that, I also remember that to go right, I have to multiply. And so 17 times 12, $204 to watch 17 movies. Pretty straightforward, okay? So try this one. A pump can fill 5 gallons of water in a tank every 3 hours. How much water would the pump move in 50 hours? Pause before you try to do it. Okay, so hopefully you did this. Notice that the word gallons is associated to a number, so I'm going to need a column for gallons. And the hours is associated to numbers, so I'm going to need a column for hours. 5 and 3 are within the same sentence. They're going to be in the same row. 3 associated with hours and 5 associated with gallons. And so that's what you see that I did right here. And then, of course, I have 50 hours associated to that in the next sentence. I am looking for gallons, how much water. I use the row that I have to find my K. So K is 3/5. And I could easily convert that to a decimal if I wanted to, but I'm going to do it in decimal format in the problem here. So now to go left, I have to divide by K, right? So I'm going to divide by 3/5. So 50 divided by 3/5 is the same thing as 50 times 5/3, because dividing by a fraction is multiplying by the opposite. So that would be the same thing as 250 divided by 3, which is 83.3333333. So 83.3 repeating hours. And that is how you do it. There's more practice like this that we're going to do in future videos, but you essentially solve word problems using the table method. And I like to do it this way a lot. So I'll see you on the next video where we're going to talk about the last skill, which is creating an equation for a proportional relationship.